Trump vows to reclaim U.S. oil rights in Venezuela. Reaffirms blockade.
3 key projects to be inaugurated and commenced in Nghệ An.
The appeal of traditional sugarcane molasses.
Hello, so good to see you again in today's news. I'm Hoàng Yên, and here we go, the first headline of the show. U.S. President Donald Trump just announced that the U.S. is seeking to regain oil exploitation rights from Venezuela after imposing a blockade on oil tankers entering and leaving the Latin American country.
Tonight, I am also proud to announce
Speaking to reporters, President Donald Trump said Venezuela had seized oil exploitation rights and other assets that he claims belong to the U.S., leading to the decision to impose a naval blockade on the Latin American nation. Trump strongly criticized past U.S. leadership for allowing Venezuela to nationalize and expropriate American oil interests. Trump wants the U.S. to regain oil exploitation rights in Venezuela. In response, Venezuelan President Nicolás Maduro stated that President Trump's statements regarding oil and territory clearly reveal Washington's intentions toward Caracas. According to President Maduro, Trump's statement shows that the U.S. is not only pursuing regime change in Venezuela, but also aiming to control the country's territory and resources.
Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky said Wednesday that Russia was preparing to wage a new year war on his country in 2026 after his counterpart Vladimir Putin said Moscow would certainly achieve its objectives.
Сегодня в рамках расширенной коллегии Министерства обороны обсудим итоги работы. Российская армия завоевала и прочно удерживает стратегически. Наши войска уверенно продвигаются вперед и перемалывают противника современной иностранной техникой и вооружением. Гордимся подвигами наших солдат и офицеров, сражающихся.
І реагувати на нього. А коли у них саме такий настрій, то й дипломатію вони будуть підривати, намагаючись різними дипломатичними формулюваннями, тиском по тому чи іншому пункту в документах просто прикривати своє бажання.
On the morning of December 19th, the Ban Mong Reservoir Project Phase 1 and Vinh International Airport Upgrade Project will be officially inaugurated, unlocking significant room for sustainable and long-term development in Nghệ An. Additionally, the groundbreaking ceremony for Kilo Deepwater Port Project will be taking place.
The Ban Mong Reservoir is a Group A irrigation project constructed on the Hiu River, spanning the communes of Quy Châu, Chao Bin, Tam Hop in Nghệ An Province, as well as parts of Thanh Hoa Province. As the largest irrigation work in Nghệ An, it holds vital importance for the socio-economic development of Western Nghệ An and its surrounding regions. In tandem with this national key irrigation milestone, the Vinh International Airport Upgrade Project is equally crucial for advancing transport infrastructure, enhancing regional connectivity, and driving Nghệ An's economic growth. The project was invested by the Airports Corporation of Vietnam, ACV, with a total capital of nearly 1 trillion VND. Also tomorrow morning, the groundbreaking ceremony for the Qua Lo Deepwater Port will be held. Once operational, the port is expected to handle a cargo throughput of approximately 9.5 million tons per year, contributing an average of 100 billion VND annually to the state budget.
Upcoming are some updated news.
For the first time in 65 years of its formation and development, Vietnamese tourism officially reached the milestone of 20 million international visitors. This historic milestone affirms the strong growth momentum of Vietnam as a destination, creating momentum for the peak tourist season at the end of the year and the new year 2026. With a growth rate of approximately 21%, Vietnam is among the countries with the highest tourism growth rates in the world, while the average growth rate of global tourism is only about 5%. From 10 million international visitors in 2016 to 20 million in 2025, Vietnamese tourism has doubled in size in less than a decade, showing a clear shift from the position of an emerging destination to the role of a new regional tourism hub with enormous potential for international development. Held for the first time at the National Exhibition Center in Dong An, Hanoi, the 2025 Autumn Fair has quickly become a top attraction for both locals and tourists. More than just a place for trade and shopping, the fair makes a strong impression with its rich cultural and culinary space, where traditional values are honored and shared in a vivid, approachable way. Stepping into the fair, visitors embark on a journey through the cultures of every region across the country. Each display booth offers a unique glimpse into the history, culture, and people of different localities. The 2025 Autumn Fair is also a perfect blend of tradition and modernity, bringing together specialties from 34 provinces and cities across the North, Central, and South. It offers visitors a cross-Vietnam culinary adventure right in the heart of the capital. The Global Coffee Heritage Festival 2025, with King Coffee as the main companion and primary sponsor, is being held for the first time in Dalat. The event is part of the Southeast Asian Gong Festival 2025, running from December 18th, 2025 to January 2nd, 2026. This cultural and economic highlight aims to honor Vietnamese coffee heritage and promote Vietnamese coffee brands to the world. Through experiential activities, exhibitions, cultural artistic exchanges, and international networking, King Coffee and Lam Dong Province are working to position Dalat as a high-quality coffee capital, progressively affirming Vietnam's status as a global coffee hub.
Starting from the middle of 10th lunar month along Ho Chi Minh Trail in Western Nghệ An, the sight of jars filled with dense, dark molasses displayed on the simple roadside tables has become a familiar scene. No longer limited to retail sales for passerby, this traditional product is now widely consumed through online platforms and shipped to provinces and cities across the entire country. More in the story today.
Along the section of the Ho Chi Minh Trail passing through Ung Kia Han Commune, molasses cooking kilns are operating non-stop. Every year, from the 10th to the 3rd lunar month, dozens of households engaged in this traditional craft enter their peak production season. Every time she visits her hometown in An Son Commune, Ms. Dang Thi Jiang takes the opportunity to buy dozens of liters of molasses for personal use and as gifts for her relatives. The molasses here is sweeter and thicker. Back in my hometown in Thanh Hoa, they have it too, but it's cooked to a thinner consistency. Here, it is both thick and incredibly fragrant. Observations show that consistent quality has helped Ung Kia Han molasses build strong consumer trust, especially among those who purchase it for long-term use or as an ingredient for food processing. To produce a delicious pot of molasses, several factors are required: high-quality raw materials, stable sugar content, and a dedicated settling tank for filtering the juice after pressing. During the cooking process, we continue to filter it further to ensure the final product is as pure as possible. The raw materials for processing come from sugarcane grown locally by the producers themselves or purchased from nearby farmers. A multi-stage settling and filtering process ensures the final product has a natural dark color, is free of sediment, and meets clean and safe standards for consumers. Currently, Ung Kia Han molasses is sold for 30,000 to 35,000 VND per liter directly at the kilns, a price that has remained stable for several years. By leveraging online sales channels, Ung Kia Han molasses has expanded its market to many provinces. Every day, thousands of liters are consumed, contributing to increased income for local households. Previously, we mainly sold retail to passers-by, but now we ship to wholesalers nationwide. Nowadays, transportation is so convenient. I just need to post on Facebook or go online, and when people call to order, I can ship it directly to their doorstep. In a context where consumers are increasingly interested in traditional products, the molasses of Nghệ An in particular, and Nghệ An in general, is showing its unique appeal in the market. This product not only aligns with the trend of green and natural consumption, but also provides a stable and sustainable source of income for local residents.
The last story descended our news today. Thank you so much for your attention. Goodbye for now.